Hi everyone, and welcome back to my tutorial here. Today I created a Daffodil Step Up card using Couture Creations Alcohol Inks, alcohol ink markers and the Lucy's Everyday stamp set, the Framed Daffodil. Now this Daffodil Step Up card is the exact same size to fit into an A6 envelope. So it's quite normal size, but I really like working with this size because you can fit it into a normal envelope and you can post it away and it fits beautifully and flat inside. So sit with me and grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea as you sit down and watch me create and show you how I created my card for today. The framed Daffodil stamp set from the Lucy's Everyday collection is a really lovely stamp. It has these beautiful daffodil flowers and a few little other elements and little tags and a little postage stamp embellishment. I coloured the framed daffodil stamps with the twin tip alcohol ink markers, and I have a list of all the colours I've used of these markers in the description below. I also created some panels with alcohol inks, in particular the alcohol metallic alloy, and again I've listed the colours I've used in the description below. So sit back and watch me create step by step, and you too can create this card using some simple products that are available now from Couture Creations. To begin with, I cut out two pieces of the Battle Fatigue cardstock. It comes in a 12 by 12 and I've cut two pieces, and these two elements, once folded, creates the Step Up card. So to begin with, I've cut two pieces. One piece here is 8.5 inches by 3 inches, and this is going to be the top part. And then the second piece I've cut is 9 inches by 4.25 inches. So I've cut these two pieces out and I'm going to show you where to score them. I'm using the Couture Creations scoring board. It's a 12 by 12 scoring board, which is perfect. It comes with the bone scorer and also a detailed instructions if you want to make envelopes or envelope boxes. I do have another video of my creating with envelopes and also making a box. So now we're going to create this step up. This is the bottom part of the step up card. So this is a piece that's 9.5 by 4.25, and we're going to score in 3 places. We're first going to score, once we line it up right at the top left hand corner, we're going to score at 1.25 mark, 2.5 mark, and at 5.75. So they're your 3 score lines that you need for the bottom half of the Step Up card. With the handy tool, you can now fold down those creases beautifully, so that will give you a beautiful fold, and that's the bottom part of the Step Up card. Now the top part is the one that you attach after. We're going to grab that and you just score it at 3 inches and just use the bone folder here to score that down beautifully. So this will be the part that goes on top of the bottom part here. Once we added on the elements, we'll glue that together. So to create some panels, I'm going to cut a piece of synthetic alcohol ink paper, and I've cut that down because we're going to decorate each of these panels. So I'm decorating the front panel, one of the insert panels, and the back panel. So I've cut a piece of alcohol ink paper, synthetic paper from Couture Creations, and I've cut it down from 7 inches by 4 inches. Once I created this, we're going to cut them down again. So now I'm using the metallic alloy. I'm using Champagne and Jade alcohol inks. I'm using the felt applicator. Now remember to give your metallic alloys a bit of good shake because it will have a sediment down the bottom because it's got a metallic pearls down the bottom, and you need to give it a great shake before starting using it. I'm also using some isopropyl alcohol. I've decanted it into my spray bottle, and I'm using the puffer. But I want to show you how to use this felt applicator. If you want to colour a complete page, and that's what I'm doing here, I'm going to add texture and build up layers and colour with just using the felt applicator. It doesn't show on the screen here, but it is a really nice metallic sheen to it. That was the champagne colour, and now I'm just going to dab a few of the colour of the Jade metallic alloy alcohol ink and the champagne metallic alloy ink, and just dab that around the edges of my piece of alcohol synthetic paper. It creates a really subtle effect, and I really like this effect. It keeps changing it every time you dab it because the alcohol ink is mixing up, and it really brings out the colour of it. I really like this effect. You can do lots of things with this effect. To add more texture, I'm going to do some stamping, and I'm also going to add some little bit of elements that you have in home. People might know this, but you can actually use a paintbrush and do some splattering effects. Really gives a different look to your alcohol design, and using alcohol inks is like a mixed media. You can create some wonderful textures. So here I have a little bit of the alcohol ink on my glass media mat, and using a little bit of the isopropyl alcohol and splattering the colour over my paper. Also here I have some lids and some plastic circle elements that you have maybe in your recycle bin, and I'm just going to dab a few little texture circles around here and there. That just gives off another way of using alcohol inks to create a bit of texture, so it gives interest to your design. Another way you can do some more texture or designs on your alcohol ink paper. Once your alcohol ink is dry, you can use background stamps. Couture Creations have about 10 new background stamps. It comes in a 5x7 size, and I'm just going to use the alcohol ink Stays in Place khaki pearlized ink pad. I've already primed this, ready to go, and it's a really great pearlized finish stamp effect that you can use on porous and non-porous surfaces. So I'm just dabbing a little bit of that alcohol Stays in Place khaki colour over my ink paper with that background stamps, and you can see I'm not doing the whole stamp. I just want to do a bit of random texturing here and there. The pearlized finish on this ink pad is really pretty. I really like the effect. I've never seen anything like this before. It's got gives it a really nice pearlized finish. It's really hard to tell on the screen here, but up close you can see the beautiful stamped image. I love all the texture and all the elements that I've created with the alcohol inks and also Stays in Place ink pad. So now I'm going to cut these panels to fit on the bottom part of my step card. So basically you're cutting a strip at 3 inches and 3 inches again to leave you a 1 inch segment to be added to the front of the step up card. I'm using the Couture Creations mini guillotine. This is perfect for cutting papers and perfect for cutting this size. So with the quick dry adhesive glue, I'm gluing first only the front part at the front and also the middle part, but I'm going to leave the back part until I've actually designed my framed daffodil stamp. So this is a stamp set. It comes with a couple of other elements, and there's a code for it. So I'm using the Precision stamp press to create an imprint with the outline stamp ink pad. I'm using black onto some blending cardstock, and this is a great tool. So if it doesn't actually stamp the first time, you can stamp it again because sometimes not enough pressure is applied. So this Precision stamp set is a really good tool for stamping. These are the colours I use to colour in with the Daffodil stamp. I'm using the twin tip alcohol ink markers from Couture Creations, and I have listed all the colours down below in the description in this video. So here I am just stamping a little bit of script stamp around the edges just to give a bit of texture, and once I've done that, I'm cutting that out with some fantastic scissors. And here is my finished card, my beautiful Step Up Daffodils card, quick and easy, and fits in beautifully in this A6 envelope. I also made another card that I've done another video that's the same size, and I'll have a link to this video that I created with the poppies. I did exactly the same technique as the poppy card, but this time I used blue alcohol ink markers and created a beautiful sky effect and added the daffodils. I cut them out, fuzzy cut them out once I stamped on them. So that's just another way of using the same poppy card that I created a couple of weeks ago. So these cards are all finished. I'd like to thank you for joining me here today. I hope I've inspired you to create some cards with the Couture Creations Everyday Card Stamp Set created by Lucy Campanue from Art Shed Angel. You'll notice that I've also decorated the envelope, and that's another way of using the stamp set and the twin tip alcohol ink markers to create some designs on your envelopes. Here are some close-ups of my card, and thanks for watching. If you'd like to know more about Couture Creations, please visit couturecreations.com.au. Please visit my blog and also Couture Creations blog for more inspirational products using new products from Couture Creations.